welcome to our listening session for the American Rescue Plan Act, otherwise known as ARPA. This is the second of three community listening sessions we're going to have. Today is Monday, June 21st, and it's a little bit after 2 p.m. We're going to be holding our third and final listening session on Wednesday, June 23rd at 6 p.m. As well. So we don't have a very big audience, to be honest with you, for those of you who are watching or listening from another location, but we certainly want to honor what you're looking for, and if you do have some interest in speaking, we certainly want to welcome that. I just want to briefly go through some of the eligible reimbursable costs under the American Rescue Plan Act, again, otherwise known as ARPA. There's really four general types of uses for the funds, and the city is in the process of receiving $20.5 million. We've received half of that already, so about $10.25 million, but these are the areas. The first area identified by the Federal Department of the Treasury is to address economic impacts caused by COVID-19 with assistance to households, small businesses, nonprofits, and impacted industries, including tourism. So that's the first category. The second category identified by the Department of the Treasury is to replace lost revenue to the public sector, in this case, lost revenue from the city of Oshkosh. The third category is to provide premium pay for eligible essential workers due to COVID. That's a third category that was created. And then the fourth category is to invest in water, sewer, stormwater, and broadband infrastructure. So those are the four general areas. We've certainly been welcoming comments on ideas of all different kinds because they're within the rules. I believe there's some flexibility that we can identify once we've received all these different ideas. So out of courtesy to the people that are online, because I don't know how long they're going to remain in the room, if there's anyone online or on the phone that would like to provide some input, I'm certainly welcoming that, and you're welcome to. Tony or Jake, do we have somebody that may want to call in? Okay, it looks like we have a phone in. The only thing I can tell you is aside from 920, your first number starts with 9 and the last numbers are 68. That's all we can reveal, and that's all we have. So if you're here and you want to provide some input, you're certainly welcome to do so. Welcome.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay, here we go.
You were incredibly patient. Thank you so much for tuning in. Otherwise, I'd be lonely. So I want to thank you for taking the time to tune in. This is not a formal. It's not a formal council meeting.
My name is Emily James. I'm the grant writer at Christine Ann Domestic Abuse Services.
And your name again?
Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. Yes.
Okay. So our executive director, Beth, attended the listening session that you had last week. And she gave me some updates this morning, but said that I could just listen in and ask any questions that I have. I don't think I have any so far.
Okay.
She did tell me that the new deadline for the grant application is July 9th instead of July 2nd. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, good to know. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna listen and make sure that I fully understand as the one who's going to be preparing the application. But Beth did fill me in and let me know kind of what things are looking like at this point. So.
Yeah, and just to reiterate what we had talked about last week, we really look at this as a conversation that we have with entities that may be requesting funds. We're still not familiar with all the rules that may come to pass with the federal government. So right now,
Sure.
We're just talking to people and listening. So, it won't be you submit something on the 9th and then, you know, we won't, or we can't talk to you. We'll engage anybody that we need to engage to learn more about what some of your needs are. And Beth did a great job last week of explaining some of the things. But if there's anything new or either new questions or new information, certainly happy to take that now, or you can just include it with your with the form. So have you accessed the form online yet?
I have, yep. I downloaded it. I started drafting the larger narrative piece. So yeah, I don't believe I have any questions so far. Did you have any other questions that you felt were unanswered by Beth, or other information that you feel would be important to know about us?
No, I don't think so. I thought Beth did a great job and kind of describing what impacts your organization had because of COVID, which, you know, if you hadn't told us, we wouldn't know. So that was very beneficial.
Okay, I'm glad she attended. That's good news.
Yeah. So, you know, there's only one other person from the public in the audience. So, you know, I can certainly answer any and all questions you have, or you know, just see if anybody else has it. Otherwise, we'll probably make this the one of the shorter of our 3 sessions. But could I have your name again? I didn't catch it originally.
Sure. My name is Emily James.
Okay, Emily. Thank you so much. And
Certainly.
what's your role at Christine Ann?
I'm the grant writer.
Grant writer. Okay. Wonderful. Well, I can understand why you're interested in this topic then.
Right.
Ms. James, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank Beth again for her contributions last week.
I'll do that. Thank you.
All righty. Anybody else in the audience, a show of hands that want to speak? Otherwise, we'll keep this short. We will be broadcasting this on Oshkosh Media, along with the previous session, just so that the public is aware of some of the things that were discussed. So I want to thank you for tuning in today, and look forward again Wednesday, June 23rd at 6 p.m. We'll be holding the third listening session. So thank you again for listening in.
Thanks for doing this.
You're welcome.